WABC TV, a number of protesters have turned out concerned about programming here. For many, many years, almost 43 years here in New York City and across the country, Gil Noble's Like It Is has been a prominent feature in terms of getting the news from the African-American perspective. The protesters here are concerned that that whole history and legacy of Gil Noble is jeopardized. They've created a new show called Here and Now. It has little or no connection or the content in terms of guests, in terms of the host of the shows. A concern that these protesters have is that the community is not involved. Among the demands of the protesters here this afternoon is that a very prominent communicator and broadcaster here in New York City be made the host of this show. His name is Imhotep Gary Bird. He's already been interviewed once, but the second interview has not occurred. Other demands include that Ilombe Brath, who was a long-time associate of the show, that reparations be given to him and his family. There's also demands about the community involvement. The community feels, these protesters feel, that they have no say-so at all in the programming there. So one of the demands they were saying is that maybe one of the producers that they recommend be brought on the show to help develop the content of that show.
We're here in front of WABC TV today, which is the 22nd of December, 12 noon, because we are fed up with the fact that Dave Davis, the president and general manager of WABC TV, refuses to acknowledge the fact that the community would like to have a replacement for Like It Is, which was hosted by Gil Noble for over 40-some years, or nearly that at the time. We need him to replace the program with relevant programming. The recent programs have had half-nude white women talking about giving fuzzy, warm pajamas to black children, a lot of singing, a lot of dancing. We are more than singers and dancers and comedians. We're people who have real issues and concerns, and 3 million black people inhabit New York City, and I do feel that we should have the representation that really reflects who we are as a whole people.
No justice! No justice! If there ain't gonna be no justice! If there ain't gonna be no justice!
We should be very involved in the shows that are coming out on the TV. As you can see, there's a lack of our conscience and our people being on the TVs as of today. The young children are getting bad examples of what is happening in America today. We need more black people on TV today.
The younger generation, please, to watch Like It Is when we get it back to where it should be. You see, we need you. You need us and we need you. We need your input. We need you to watch. We need you to know what's going on. It will help you empower yourself in the future. I mean, I get so emotional just talking about it, but I know what I'm saying. That you do what the ancestors expect you to do, and you'll always be rewarded in life.
You're out here with a number of other protesters. You're concerned about the ongoing legacy of Like It Is. Is that right?
Sure am. I was interviewed by Gil Noble back in 1968, 69. Really early on when he started, and many times on with John Henrik Clark and others. And it's really, the community is out here, and they're saying they want somebody who follows in the Gil Noble tradition. And that's what we need. I mean, not just black Americans, but all New Yorkers.
We are going to stop this program in the spirit of Gil Noble. Gil Noble's recovering. He's doing great. Let's give him a big hand clap. We're going to make sure. I mean, how could you have a program for black people and you have a white curator at the New York Historical Society that did a whole piece on the Haitian Revolution? A white man did a piece on the Haitian Revolution on Here and Not Now, and had the nerve not to mention a single Haitian revolutionary. How could you do a program on the Haitian Revolution?
Can't do it.
Having a white man in the first place.
Can't do it.
And not mention Boukman. And not mention Henry Christophe. And not mention Toussaint Louverture. And not mention all of the Haitian revolutionaries, Dessalines. How could you not mention any of them, and you're talking about the Haitian Revolution?
Why are they afraid of our story? What is it that they don't want to show about our people?
That's right.
Why do they want to show us as trivia? Why is it that all over this country they're shutting down black programs, black studies departments? What is it about us? Maybe it's because they've stolen so much from us they don't want anybody to know.